The movie begins in a world where superheroes walk among us, bold, fearless, and larger than life. But for one boy named Will Stronghold, life isn't as super as it seems. Despite being the son of two legendary heroes, the Commander and Jetstream, he's hiding one big secret. He has no powers at all. On his first day at Sky High, a flying school floating above the clouds where gifted teens train to become heroes, Will nervously joins his best friend Lila, who can control plants. His parents, busy fighting a giant robot attack, are too distracted to notice Will's anxiety. As he boards the flying school bus driven by the quirky driver Ron, he tries to hide his fear of being the powerless son of Earth's mightiest defenders. The moment they arrive at Sky High, chaos erupts. Two bullies, Lash and Speed, begin terrorizing the new kids until Gwen, the confident and charming student body president, steps in. Will is instantly smitten by her, the perfect mix of beauty, brains, and bravery. Gwen leads a tour of the massive flying school before the students gather for one of the most terrifying events of all, the power placement test. Coach Boomer, a gruff hero with a voice that shakes the walls, begins classifying students as either heroes or sidekicks. Stoneboy turns to rock and becomes a hero. Zach glows in the dark and becomes a sidekick. Ethan melts into slime, Magenta turns into a guinea pig, and Lila refuses to use her powers at all, insisting that a person's worth isn't measured by their abilities. Boomer, unimpressed, sends her to the sidekick class. When it's Will's turn, his heart pounds. He whispers that he has no powers, but Boomer doesn't believe him. Dropping a car over his head, Boomer expects Will's strength to appear, but nothing happens. He even pushes him off the stage to test flight. Again, nothing. The boy crashes hard to the floor as the crowd laughs. The son of the Commander and Jetstream, Boomer mocks, is a sidekick. Humiliated, Will visits the nurse, who assures him he's healthy, but warns that some kids never develop powers. Heartbroken, Will goes home, only to face his proud father, who shows him a secret superhero bunker filled with trophies. His dad beams with pride, dreaming of the day father and son will fight side by side. Will can't bring himself to shatter that dream, so he says nothing. That night, Will sits on the roof, lost in thought. Lila joins him, comforting him with her calm words. Powers don't define who you are. The next day, he joins the hero support class, run by Mr. Boy, once the sidekick of the Commander and Jetstream. Mr. Boy proudly teaches that heroes can't survive without their sidekicks, though Will can see the quiet sadness behind his mentor's smile. Later, Will invites his friends home, but when his father realizes they're all sidekicks, his excitement turns to disappointment. Will finally confesses the truth. He has no powers. The Commander is stunned, unsure how to react, but clings to hope that Will might be a late bloomer. The next day, everything changes. During lunch, the bullies lash out again, tripping Will and spilling food on a mysterious student. Warren Peace, the son of a villain once imprisoned by Will's father. Warren erupts in anger, hurling fireballs across the cafeteria. Everyone ducks for cover, except Will. In one desperate move, he grabs a table to shield himself and throws it across the room with superhuman strength. The crowd gasps. He has powers, super strength. The son of the Commander has finally awakened. Warren blasts another fireball, but Will deflects it. Lila tosses him a fire extinguisher, and he ends the fight in a cloud of steam. Will Stronghold, once powerless, is suddenly the talk of the school. At home, his dad is ecstatic. Super strength, just like me, he cheers, gifting Will an Xbox as a secret reward. Meanwhile, hidden cameras inside their home record everything, because the villains from the robot attack are watching. At Sky High, Will's promotion to the hero class is official. His sidekick friends cheer him on, though it hurts to be left behind. He joins his new class under the supervision of Mr. Medulla, where Gwen, the same girl who once welcomed him, now becomes his tutor. Her ability, technopathy, the power to control technology. Gwen offers to help Will with his assignments privately, and before long he's captivated by her charm. At lunch, Gwen invites him to sit with her table of heroes, but Penny, Gwen's mean-spirited friend who can clone herself, blocks every seat to keep his old friends away. Will apologizes to Lila later and invites her to dinner, unaware she's secretly in love with him. The next day, Will joins a challenge called Save the Citizen, where heroes compete against villains in mock battles. He's paired with Warren Peace against Lash and Speed. The battle is fierce, explosions, fire, and chaos. But instead of chasing victory, Will saves Warren when he's about to fall, showing true teamwork. They win, earning respect even from their rivals. That night, Will brings Gwen home for tutoring. His parents are thrilled to meet her, the perfect girl. Gwen tells a tragic story about her parents and invites Will's mom and dad to homecoming, where they'll be honored as Heroes of the Year. Everything seems perfect, almost too perfect. Meanwhile, Lila sits alone at the restaurant where Will was supposed to meet her. He never shows. Warren, who works there, joins her. She tries to act fine, but finally admits she likes Will. Warren tells her not to give up, that Will just needs to see what's right in front of him. The next morning, Will runs into Lila, clueless about the missed dinner. Excitedly, he tells her Gwen asked him to homecoming. Lila hides her heartbreak and pretends she's going with Warren instead. The tension between them grows, and for the first time, the two best friends drift apart. That evening, Gwen convinces Will to host a small committee meeting at his house, but it turns into a massive party. Against his better judgment, he lets her into his father's secret bunker. Lila arrives, sees Gwen and Will together, and storms out in tears. When Will realizes Gwen manipulated him, he ends the party in anger, leaving his parents furious when they return home. Grounded and humiliated, Will tries to apologize to Lila, but she won't answer. At the restaurant, he finds Warren again, who finally tells him the truth. Lila liked him all along and only pretended to date Warren to make him jealous. Will finally realizes who truly cared for him. Flipping through his parents' old yearbook, Will notices something strange. A photo of a student named Sue Tenney, identical to Gwen. In the picture, Sue holds a weapon called the pacifier, once used by a villain named Royal Pain. The truth hits him like lightning. Gwen is Royal Pain. At the homecoming ceremony, Gwen reveals her true identity to the crowd, shocking everyone, including Will's parents, who she instantly turns into babies using the pacifier device. Panic spreads as she announces her plan to create an army of villainous baby heroes. Will's friends crawl through the school's vents to escape, vowing to fight back. Will arrives just in time. Warren tells him to stop Gwen while he and the others deal with her sidekicks. Magenta, using her guinea pig form, races through the electrical ducts to fix the anti-gravity core before the entire floating school crashes into Earth. Gwen tries to flee, but Will confronts her head-on. She's fast, ruthless, and smarter than he expected. They battle across the crumbling halls of Sky High until Gwen punches him right out of the building. Falling through the air, Will braces for death until instinct kicks in. He flies. With newfound flight, he rockets back up, catching the falling school in his arms. Using every ounce of his strength, Will pushes the building back into the sky, saving everyone. Magenta bites through the last wire just in time, stopping the collapse. Gwen and her minions are defeated. The heroes return to normal, and Will's parents finally see the man their son has become. In the aftermath, Principal Powers honors the true heroes, the sidekicks who prove their worth. The villains are sent to jail, and Will, now confident and proud, dances with Lila at homecoming. From a powerless boy to a true hero, he finally found his place in both worlds. And that's the story of Sky High, 2005, where courage, friendship, and heart prove stronger than any superpower. Which Sky High ability would you want if you were there? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep watching more epic movie recaps right here on Great Animation Recaps.